Hi guys, it's good to have you back on our course. Today we will model this cornice by learning of the extrude function. First we are going to do the same as with the vase from the previous tutorial and place the picture on our front viewport so that we can create this profile much easier. We will have to see the dimensions of the photo first, which are 500 with 500. This means that if we go to front view and do a plane, right click, modify, and it actually doesn't matter if you type the right size because just the proportion needs to be the same. So we can actually type 300 with 300. Also, we don't need any segments, so I will just right click on the little arrows to bring it to 1. And now drag the photo on the plane and untick real world map size. Tip from us, don't drag photos on the wireframe view, but do it only in perspective because otherwise it will ask this question of either putting this as a background or as an environment map, and we don't want that. Now I'll change my front wireframe to shaded, and now I can see the photo here as well. I will make this viewport bigger and close my grid. We will go to create, line, and the only tricky thing with this whole shape is that we create these round things by creating a normal corner, which we will fillet after. I will delete this line now and go to create line again, and by keeping shift pressed so that I can make it straight, we will go by the shape of the cornice. If you want, you can also do the back side of this, but I won't do it because it isn't really necessary. So I will go like this and then click on close spline. Once we are done with creating this section, we go to modify, click on the vertex, go to fillet and just make all of these vertices round. Now we can adjust all of this so that it looks closer to the real section by moving the vertices as we want. If this kind of situation happens when you will have two vertices that are very close to one another, we can just get them as close as possible and then select both of them and click on weld. Now we can select this, go to modify, type extrude, and now if we go into perspective and raise the amount, we will have the desired shape. Also, if you liked creating this shape, you can go on our Instagram profile and find other shapes that you can create. If you're proud of your homework, share it in a story or post, tag us, and we will share it on our account. We will learn about the Sweep modifier. I will delete my reference photo because I don't need it anymore, and I will also delete my Extrude modifier as well by right-clicking on it and delete. I will move this a bit to the side, and I will want to use this profile to contour the shape of a room. So we go to Create, Rectangle, right-click, and I will search for the Sweep modifier and enter. So what this does is basically placing a 3D shape on our created shape. We can select one of the shapes that are already in 3ds Max, like angle, bar, channel, and so on which I can always modify the dimensions. So now we don't want to use these built-in sections. What we need to do is choose use custom section, click on pick, and then just click on our created section. And we need it to be mirrored on the XZ axis so that it looks the same. You can also play with these amounts if you want to obtain something else. If you go to Align Pivot, you can change the reference point in which the shape is created. If we go to our section and modify it, let's say we want to make it shorter or taller, you can see that it modifies the 3D shape in the same time, which is really useful. If you want to make the whole sweep smaller or bigger, doing it from the normal scale won't change it. But if we go to Spline and select all of it and then scale it, it will work. I will also show you the banking option. I will go to Create, Helix, which is basically an arch that has all kinds of options. Anyway, now I want to create a slide. So I will go in front view to make my section. I will make two rectangles, select both, right click, convert to editable spline, attach the smaller rectangle, select the big rectangle, subtraction, boolean, and click on the small one. I will select these vertices and fillet them so that it looks more like a slide. Now we apply the Sweep modifier. Use Custom Section, pick, and click on my section. Because I have banking ticked, my section will have this weird angle, so I will just untick it and now you see that it's parallel with the ground. But if I want a bit of an angle like a real slide has, I just go to angle and adjust it a bit. So this is the difference between using and not using banking, and I hope this helps you find a lot of new ideas of how to use Sweep. Also, check us out on Instagram and Facebook for the latest updates on what we're gonna do next.